roads in the Indonesian city of Yogyakarta, in central Java, are lined with palm trees. Historically, this place is referred to as the cradle of Javanese culture. Java is Indonesia's most fertile island. It provides nearly 60% of the country's population with food. Rice fields and terraces seem to be everywhere. In the 8th and 9th centuries, a powerful and wealthy dynasty developed in central Java. Many of its magnificent buildings date back to that time. Traditional rural life merges with modern street networks. Surrounded by lush Javanese vegetation, the upper section of a temple comes into view, one which belongs to Indonesia's largest Hindu holy place, Prambanan, a treasure which dates back more than 1,000 years. The Candi Siva Temple rises 47 meters into the sky. It is the tallest temple of the entire construction, where numerous ruins and fragments of rock lie scattered on the ground. A strong earthquake once shattered this holy place. Sadly, this is all that remains, as its temples were frequently plundered. For centuries, the buildings lay buried beneath the ground. In 1918, almost 200 years after their discovery, archaeologists began to reconstruct the main temples. The individual sections of the Candi Lorojongrang were rebuilt like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, making the reconstruction process particularly laborious. In 1953, the rebuilding of the central temples was completed. The walls around the base of this magnificent temple are decorated with artistic reliefs. These reliefs depict scenes from a famous Hindu epic, the Ramayana cycle. The richly decorated main temple stands on top of a foundation which contains 20 corners. Above this foundation there is a multi-level pyramid-like roof. The Candi Siva Temple contains 4 inner chambers that face the 4 points of the compass. The main god Shiva is depicted in the southern chamber, whilst the sculpture of his reborn wife Durga is located within the temple's northern chamber. The dimensions of the building follow a precise symmetry. The length and width of the temple each measure 34 meters. The architectural structure is organized threefold, thus reflecting the Hindu 3-part division of the world. The chamber on the western side contains a remarkable portrayal of the god of the elephants and the son of Shiva, Ganesha. The ornately decorated base of the temple symbolizes both physical and materialistic existence. The base embodies the first level of the Hindu three-part division of the world. The second level of the world is represented in the core of the temple. According to Hinduism, this is where the spiritualization and detachment of everyday life resides, whereas the upper part of the building is considered to be the place of the gods. Like other neighboring temples that are devoted to the gods Vishnu and Brahma, the Shiva temple is richly decorated with highly artistic reliefs and statues. Several stairways lead up to a gallery that was a place of ritual. This gallery surrounds the core of the temple. Stone structures in which Buddhist and Hindu elements are united are situated on top of the balustrade. The bell-shaped domes are called stupa. The enormous quantity of chiseled sculptures and ornaments which belong to the painstakingly reconstructed temples of Prambanan are simply amazing. The extensive holy grounds that date back to the 9th century originally included 232 temples. The magnificently designed Shiva temple formed the center of this religious area. Three other sacred buildings that were dedicated to the mythical riding animals of the most important gods were located opposite the smaller neighboring temples. In recent years, the reconstruction of further temples has begun. Thus, the ancient splendor of even more buildings will be preserved for posterity. Numerous ruins and fragments of the mighty Prambanan complex are still awaiting reconstruction. There seems to be no end in sight for this arduous labor of love. In the interim at least, the upper sections of these three temples are visible in the night sky. Ironically, thanks to the hard work and determination of many archaeologists, the symbolic meaning of the old Hindu god Shiva, god of destruction and renewal, is well on its way to being fully realized.